News here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Sugarcane farmers are sounding the alarm on possible production cuts amid the looming El Nino. Shyla Francisco with the details.
The likelihood of El Nino from June until early 2024 has increased according to Pag-asa. This has worried sugarcane farmers who are estimating a 10 to 15% production loss equivalent to a decrease of 200,000 metric tons.
Kung mangyari yung El Nino at that time, nobody can plant. Kasi those who do not have access to the rivers and the water, hindi talaga makatanim. Kung magtagal yan ng mga 6 months, 8 months, ayaw. Matay na talaga yan. Tuyong-tuyo na lahat. So, delikado.
The Sugar Regulatory Administration admits this is highly likely, especially among small farmers who make up 90% of all sugarcane farmers in the country. The impact of El Nino may also lead to increased costs as they will need more water to sustain a production.
It will be a big jump in cost. That is about an increase for us of roughly another 10% sa costing po namin yon. 5 to 10% sa costing from 50 to 60. Another 5 to 6 pesos in costs.
To address this, the SRA is coming up with interventions for farmers, including providing solar pumps and conducting cloud seeding operations. They are planning to meet with DA officials for additional budget for cloud seeding. Amid these potential issues, the SRA board also decided for Senior Agriculture Undersecretary Domingo Panganiban to serve as officer in charge of the SRA. This is in effect starting Wednesday, April 19, until a new administrator has been appointed.
Yeah, the urgency of an OIC is very important po kasi we still have importation coming in and we still are continuing to come out with the import clearances.
Currently, around 130,000 metric tons of imported sugar have arrived in the country, with 86,000 metric tons already in the market and for release. The SRA is still deciding whether to impose a suggested retail price of 85 pesos per kilo on imported and local sugar. Confiscated imported sugar, meanwhile, will be sold at 70 pesos a kilo in Kadiwa stores.
We're a bit delayed because of all the paperwork. There's so many agencies involved. The treatment nun is either for sale through e-bidding or destruction. So we now amended it na it would allow donation to Kadiwa as well as the sale of this by Kadiwa.
Shyla Francisco, we are One News.
And the Agriculture Department is aiming for rice self-sufficiency by 2027. The DA says it plans to achieve this through the Masagana Rice Program 2023 to 2028. The agency's goal is for the country to not rely on imports to meet demand before the end of President Bongbong Marcos's term. The program aims to lower rice inflation to less than 1% annually and to stabilize the country's rice supply at about 27 million metric tons. Another goal of the program is to increase farmers' income by over 50% and ensure rice availability at all times by maintaining the National Food Authority's buffer stock. In relation to that, the NFA earlier scrapped proposals to import over 300,000 metric tons of rice to beef up its buffer stock. Recall that the rice tarification law mandates the NFA to source its emergency buffer stock from local farmers. The DA says it is now reviewing where the NFA should source its buffer stock and the most ideal season to buy rice.
We are now trying to find out how NFA could really, buy its buffer stocks, at a price level na hindi siya masyadong makikipag-compete sa mga traders. It's really more of timing and where to buy.
More stories still to come after this quick break. Stay with us here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Health Department has released guidelines for the rollout of second booster shots for the general population. Healthy adults age 18 and above are advised to get their second boosters 6 months after the first. Meanwhile, immunocompromised adults will only have to wait 3 months before receiving their second boosters. Health workers aged 50 and up and persons with comorbidities may get their second boosters after 3 to 4 months from their first doses, depending on the brand. But for now, only vaccines from Pfizer, Moderna, and AstraZeneca have been approved for the rollout. Filipinos will have to bring their vaccination cards and valid IDs to receive their second boosters at local vaccination sites. The immunocompromised and those with comorbidities will need to bring medical certificates. For now, the Health Department sees no need to reimpose the mandatory wearing of face masks despite the rise in cases across the country. The agency says vaccinating the general population should be the priority.
In terms of returning at ibabalik ang mandate ng mask, ay wala pa hong napag-uusapan sa ngayon at sa tingin din po ng kagawaran, ito naman pong ating mga regulasyon ngayon na ipinapatupad katulad itong voluntary masking, kailangan lamang po talagang patuloy na magpaalala ang kagawaran ng kalusugan na alam dapat ng ating mga kababayan kung kailan dapat sila magsuot ng mask.
And in other news, the government wants to provide a condo living experience to housing beneficiaries in Bulacan. Housing Secretary Jose Acuzar said they're planning to build a swimming pool, a gym, and a playground to complete the condo living experience. The agency is looking to build some 30,000 housing units in the province. Beneficiaries will own the units after paying a monthly amortization of 2,000 to 4,000 pesos for 30 years, depending on the size of the unit. One News Now will be back at 5:30 p.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.